Hello, hello, hello. Uh, is anyone in, guys? Hi. Ooh, no one is coming on. Who's gonna be our first guest? Hello, hello, hello. You are my hiding place. You've come and filled my heart with some deliverance. Whenever I am afraid, oh, oh, my hiding place, you've come and filled my heart with silence. Oh, deliverance. Whenever I am afraid, I will trust in you. I will trust in you. I accept and trust in our presence. Oh my God. Okay. So this is 4 minutes and counting, and no one is joining. So I'm just gonna go ahead and just go ahead what I have to say, and yeah, it's great. So hi everyone. Okay, thank you for being here. Um, I wanted to go live today to talk about about calmly, about clarity, focus, and building without pressure. I just hope you guys can hear me. Okay. Um, the plan for this video was for it to be really short, like 20 to 30 minutes max. It's not going to be long. There's no rush. It's just a quiet conversation. Okay. Now, before I say what I have to say next, I would say this. Um, the first time I started my first YouTube Faceless channel, right? I started off with an Android phone, a very basic Android phone, right? Because obviously and all of that. So yeah, I used my first Faceless channel, and God being so merciful, I got right? Over the past few years, my team we've been able to launch a couple of faceless channels, right? I don't numbers. We've been able to launch a couple of faceless YouTube channels that are thriving and doing so well. Okay, so this particular channel was meant to be launched last year, and I also say this. Okay, this particular channel was supposed to be launched sometime last year, November, but I decided that we push it to this year, 2026 January. Reason because I wanted to start something new. I wanted to start something fresh. I wanted to go back to status quo. And by that I mean there are specific people, some specific people or persons that I intend to help this year. Okay? So some specific people that are my target audience to help and assist this year with this particular channel. And this is the interesting part, yeah. This particular channel was launched. This particular business income blueprint channel. I launched it with an Android phone as well, a basic Android phone, right? Because I don't only want to just talk. I want this page to be like a reference point to the specific persons that are going to be interested. Please, if you want to know, if you want to find out the specific people that I'm talking about, please do well to stay to the end of this video. Right? I don't want to talk too much. Let me not stay on that. So this is my first live. This is my first live stream on any of my faceless channels. Like ever since I started launching faceless YouTube channels, I've never gone live. I've never streamed live. This is my first time streaming on one of my faceless channels, and I just want to keep it calm without pressure. You know, this is not a teaching section, by the way. It's not a teaching section. I'm not here to rush or overwhelm anyone. So you don't have to comment. If you want to comment, I would appreciate if you do. It's a lighter video. It's a lighter say hi. I would appreciate if you do that as well. I'm just glad that right. So this channel is about building quietly, without hype, without rushing, without feeling like you're behind. So if you found this life because you're tired of noise, you're tired of feeling like you need to do everything at once, or you're just basically tired of hearing people make this AI content thing look like it's magic or it's easier than it really is, then you're in the right place. Okay, this is not a training. It is not a pitch. I will say this again. It is not a pitch, nor a training. It is just a conversation about clarity, focus, patience, and building at your own pace. Okay, so again, feel free to say hi in the chat if you're watching live, and if you're watching the replay, thank you for trusting the space. Okay, so I'm just going to briefly talk about three things because I have another appointment in the next 30 minutes. So I'm just going to be very, very brief. I'm going to talk about three things, right? Why people think or why people believe that building a social media page, or why people believe creating content, or creating a faceless channel or an AI channel, or generally just being a creator on social media in general, why people feel it can be heavy, and how quiet progress is still progress, and last of all, simplicity. Okay. Now, I'm so sorry if I'm rushing, but I just have to get this out. Before I go into those three briefly, I would like to say this. This is 2026. Beyond, I'm sure majority of us have heard about AI, artificial intelligence, how people are using it to create content. The biggest brands and companies in the world are leveraging on AI. Social media content creators are leveraging AI to make so much money off the social media space, right? Just a whole lot. AI is a thing. AI is a thing. AI has been the thing for years, but this year A whole lot of people are definitely gonna leverage on it because it's the main thing. Excuse me, because it's the it thing right now. If you get what I mean, yeah. So a whole lot of beginners, I would use myself as reference, right? As when I first started social media, when I first started content creating, when I first launched my first Faceless YouTube channel, trust me, it was crazy. It was crazy because prior to me joining, I had gotten so many courses, I had watched so many videos about different creators saying almost the same thing, promising you this, telling you how you can do this in less than 1 week, in less than 2 weeks. I'll say this now before we proceed. If you know you're that person that, you know, if you know you're the person or you're the type that can't stay disciplined and exercise patience, I would say you just stop listening to this right now and just go about your business, because then you're not my target audience. You're not the person I'm speaking to right now. I'm speaking to the reason these things can be heavy is because a lot of people feel stuck. Now, they don't feel stuck because they're lazy, right? But because building anything at all that you intend to do today can feel heavy. There are just too much information online on the social media space. There's just too much information, just like I said earlier. So many videos, too many opinions, too many expectations. They're just everywhere. You enter Instagram, you enter TikTok, you enter YouTube, you're seeing different videos about different people saying the same thing, tweaking it. It's just too much. This one is saying A, this one is saying B, this one is saying C. It's just too much information. This one will tell you how to have 1,000 views in 3 days, bruh. How to have 10,000 subscribers in 1 week. It's not magic now. It's not magic. I don't think social media works like that. I mean, in my years of experience, and I will say this again, over the past few years, I and my team have launched faceless channels that are doing so well, exceedingly well on the YouTube space, and and we've managed to we've gracefully and successfully managed to coach over 10,000 people into financial freedom. So I just believe that I'm the right person to listen to be honest. I'm the right person to give anybody advice at this point. Okay? So take it from me when I say nobody, it is not possible. If anybody's doing it, I don't know how they're doing it, but trust me, I don't know. I don't know. It just doesn't make sense. It's either YouTube flags it down, or algorithm wouldn't sit well after like a few weeks or a few months, or just something just might just go wrong. I just don't want to go into too much details because this is a brief class. Sorry, I just said class. Sorry, I'm used to saying class. I'm used to coaching, right? This is a very very brief conversation, so I don't want to go into long details. The thing is, it is not magic. YouTube loves patience. YouTube likes to take their time to understand things, right? So if you want to make it on the social media space, you don't need you don't need all those videos that you're watching and they're telling you you can make 1,000 views in 3 days. Oh no, oh no, oh no, those things. Mm-mm. So these are the informations, these are the expectations, these are the opinions that literally, make everything feel heavy. When everything feels urgent, your mind gets tired. And tired minds don't move consistently. When your mind is tired, you just cannot move consistently. You just keep giving up. When you sit and then you think of, oh my gosh, this person said this, this person said that. How would I start? How would I go about this? How would I go about that? The whole pressure of it all, just it's enough to kill your zeal or the enthusiasm that you had initially to start with. Okay, so the second thing I'm going to talk about is quiet progress. Quiet progress in the social media space. Right now, as a beginner, quiet progress in the social media space. Right now, as a beginner, you're start that. You know what I'm saying? Those moments where you're just on your own, nobody to motivate you, nobody to applaud you, no visible reward. And there's this phase I like to call the nothing is happening phase. Oh boy. Probably the first week, second week, probably your first month. You post 10 views. Most of the time, this is the phase where I call nothing is happening phase. The nothing is happening phase, because you just come online and feel like, why me? Why am I different? Am I doing something different than what others are doing? Right? This is usually the phase where people quit. Now, not because they failed, but because they don't recognize the phase they are in. I want you to let this sink in. That particular phase where it looks like nothing is happening, right? That phase where it looks like nothing is happening, it's usually the phase where people quit. Not because they failed, but because they don't recognize the phase they are in. By the time, as a beginner, this is a very important thing. I need you guys to let this sink in. You're a beginner, you're growing your page for the first time, you're growing your channel for the first time. I'm going to stop calling other social media platforms. I'm using YouTube now as a core focus, right? So now you're a beginner, you want to become a creator on YouTube, whether with AI, whether faceless, whether with your face, whatever it is that you want to do as a creator, right? And then you get to that point where like nothing is happening. You've been posting and posting for days, for weeks, probably a month or two, you know, nothing is happening. The algorithm is not really picking up as it should, and then you just give up. Now, that is the point. That is the phase where I like to call quiet progress. The fact that you woke up every single morning, day one, day two, day seven, day 14, day 21, you kept on going, day 30, the second month, you kept on doing that over and over. Trust me, trust me. Those are the wins that you need to look out for. As a beginner, as a beginner in the social media space, those are the wins that you need to look out for. Those are the small wins that you need to look out for. To you, you might feel like nothing is happening. People are not this, da, 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 da. You might just feel like nothing, but those are the wins that you need to look out for. Okay? Now, the last of them all, I'll be rounding up with is simplicity. I would like to say this: simplicity is not laziness. One thing that I noticed about beginners, right, over the years, one thing most of my students will come tell me is, Mama, we've been doing this for so long. Mama, we don't think we are doing it. We are not doing. We don't think we are doing enough. Hear this. We don't think we are doing enough. So and so creator is doing this. So and so creator is doing that. They're mixing this. They're mixing this and that. Da, 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 da. One thing I would say: the fact that you decide to keep your own simple as a beginner doesn't mean that you are lazy, or doesn't mean that you are doing less. I don't know if you hear me. Neither does it mean you are. Okay? Simplicity is basically choosing fewer things to carry. Consistency is what matters. Showing up every day is what matters.